All right, what's up, everybody? President Trump thinks that it's unconstitutional for the federal government to give fundings to historically black colleges and universities, otherwise known as HBCUs. And I hate to tell you this, people, but actually correct because it's very clear. The language of the Constitution is very clear that in the 14th Amendment that everyone is equal under the law. The federal government can't make exceptions for specific races or genders. And that's one of the things I notice about the government, that they're always making excuses for a certain group of people. And that's really not fair to the other group of people because they're always trying to benefit one group of people, and we're all supposed to be equal. So if we want equality at all, we can start there by not giving others more than we give other citizens. We can't just give them a whole bunch of shit and not give them nothing and claim that we're equal. You know what I'm saying? Equality is not just about bringing the less fortunate up to the level of the fortunate, but also making sure that nobody has more than another person. Sounds a little bit like communism, but it's not. It's something different. It's about justice and fairness. But at any rate, President Donald Trump signaled Friday that he may not implement a 25-year-old federal program that helps historically black colleges finance construction projects on their campuses, suggesting that it may run afoul of the Constitution. It does run afoul. It's not a suggestion. It's a clear statement. If you've ever Googled the U.S. Constitution, you know this. If you haven't, do yourself a favor. It's not long at all. It's not complex either. It's only like 3 pages and it's written in plain English. It's not the modern day legalese that so many people are afraid of. But at any rate, in a signing statement on the $1.1 trillion omnibus government spending bill, Trump signaled out that the historically black college and university capital financing program as an example of provisions in the funding bill that allocate benefits, quote, allocate benefits on the basis of race, ethnicity, and gender, end quote. Technically, he's correct. I know a lot of people aren't going to like it. I know a lot of black women aren't going to like it because, this is their bread and butter. Higher education is something that they always brag about. But at the same time, they're always bashing the president and disrespecting the president for no good reason, just because they want to fit in with the ANTIFA class, which are the millennial class of overprivileged white kids. They're the ones that are Antifa. So black women sitting back and worshiping white people as they do so frequently notice this Antifa class and see that they're disrespecting the president. But the problem is they don't have that privilege like the Antifa class does. So when they start disrespecting the president can retaliate against them. The reason why he hasn't, in my opinion, or as far as I can see, the reason why he hasn't retaliated against Antifa, because they are doing criminal acts, they're very disrespectful and things of that nature, is simply because they are related to people in high positions. Nepotism. And black women don't have that privilege. So when they get on, and as I always said, it's my political idea that Trump is good for the black community anyway. But also, in my opinion, black women could care less about the black community. So they decided to jump on this bash Trump bandwagon, but the people who persuaded them to jump on this bandwagon are immune to retaliation. They're not. So not only is the statement or the idea that providing funding for a historically black university is racist and it's unconstitutional accurate, he probably would have overlooked this if black women would have just shut their damn mouth and stopped protesting against him, because he hasn't done anything to you. All the people that he badmouthed were individuals, but since you want to identify with every damn thing. You want to culturally appropriate every damn thing. Now you're going to be the scapegoat, and you're also going to know how it feels to be a black guy. You feel me? But at any rate, man, that's just what it is. That's just my opinion. And I think what the president is doing is a good thing. You cannot be, as the Jamaicans would say, you can't cuss ass and a ride pan him back, which means you can't be disrespecting the president, the government, the people you depend on. And statistically speaking, black women highly depend on the government, whether it be for welfare, education, or social promotion. They highly depend on the government. And then they want to turn around and disrespect the president, the executive officer in the government. Stupid. You got to think about this. Like I said before, this is chess, not checkers. Thanks for listening.